Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Great Hilarity in the Goin Batty kitchen. We are Goin Batty. I'm Kevin.
I'm Heather.
And tonight we're doing a Thursday night freestyle. Doesn't quite flow really good, but we're doing it anyway because I can't do Friday night freestyle tomorrow night, and we couldn't do Wednesday. We couldn't do Wednesday
because we had stuff at church.
So this is the happy middle ground.
Yes.
Now, as long as the majority of our children stop pouring chili over themselves, we'll be ready to go.
It was not her fault. That was my fault.
Hi, trucking it up. How are you?
I moved the table and she went to go stab her phony coney and it flipped up under her.
Explain what a phony coney is to everybody.
Katie doesn't like hot dogs.
We're back, Colette.
Ever since she watched how it was made and they had like the meat jello pudding thing that they would shoot into the hot dog thing. And so she hasn't eaten a hot dog since then.
No, she has not.
She has phony conies, which like if you have a coney, it's got the hot dog and the chili and the cheese and the onions on it. And she has it without the hot dog in it. So that's a phony coney.
All right, so we got Trucking It Up, we got Colette, we got Mary Cleveland, we got Country Living, we got Alice Hagen. How are you?
Alice! She was sad that we weren't live last night. So we're here.
We're here.
She was like, "You're killing me." So.
We couldn't do Wednesday night and we can't do Friday night, so we're doing the Thursday night freestyle, which is not really flowing very well with the question mark. Well, we're going to do a little bit of a show. I don't know how long it'll go, but you guys, if you have anything that you'd like to say to us, put it in all caps so we can.
She was so sad.
Check it out. We made up a list of things that we're going to talk about, and we just wanted to welcome you guys. We took a little trip to Houston Woods.
Yes.
Alice says you guys perk up my week. Oh, good.
Aww.
Hi, Tim. Well, you guys perk up our week too, I think. Yeah. It's good to see you guys, and we're encouraged by your...
I'm very thankful that you guys are so gracious to us because our schedule sometimes, especially lately, has not allowed like that normal... We're not going to be one of those people that, put out a video 5 days a week and then our schedule doesn't allow that. And I felt really bad because I wasn't able to do the devotional today. But I didn't feel so bad because I got to spend time with Max. Yeah. And Max wanted to go grocery shopping with me, which Max never wants to. He hates shopping. But he treated me to lunch today. So he's got himself a job and he bought me I got my Mother's Day gifts early. So he got me a little spade to use in the garden.
So it's Amy T's morning.
Oh, yeah, she's in Australia.
That's right.
I am
happens,
on the
especially
hunt
with church and kids.
I think I'm going to have to go to Jungle Jim's to find the golden syrup to make those cookies. Yep. She sent me the recipe for the Australian cookies. But I got a little spade for the garden.
Stuff away?
Excuse me, from Miles. And then I got, Max bought me a poblano pepper plant. And then Jack got me salt and pepper shakers because we have... needed salt and pepper shake or something horrible in this house. Okay.
Okay.
But we actually bought some from Tupperware, and my grandmother has had the same Tupperware salt and pepper shakers since I was younger than Miles. I don't ever remember those not being on her table. So, and I'm 41. They've never broken. And we had the only ones that have ever broken. The whole bottom fell out of it. And I was like, what? So that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, so I got new salt and pepper shakers.
I'm going to come back around to, it's funny. I watch a lot of YouTube channels and they're very good. They're very good YouTube channels and they're very particular about the videos that they put out. And they oftentimes say on their videos, we're not just going to put out anything. Guys, come on. That's not the Goin Batty way. We're going to put out videos like this. We're going to do other videos that, are just they're part of our life. It's part of the craziness of our life. It's not always going to be polished.
No.
It's not always going to be pretty.
We're not very polished.
But it will be life.
Peppermint Butler said, I should be doing my homework right now, but I put it off to watch you guys because you're the highlight of my day. Oh, that is sweet of you.
Awesome.
Let's see. Country Living Oregon style.
East Oregon style.
Yeah. I did plant herbs. I planted rosemary, thyme, sage, and flatleaf parsley, and what was the other one? Basil. Basil is what. Those are the ones that I use the most.
Amy T makes a good point. Tupperware should replace them if they broke. The salt and pepper shakers, we threw them away. So, oops.
Because I was mad and I had salt all over the place.
Look right there. Why is that white?
Why is what?
Why is my ear white?
Your ear's not white. You're
Look
crazy.
at it right there. It's white.
No, you're fine. Okay.
Am I dying?
But
anyway.
Yeah. So
Tupperware will replace them. Used to sell Tupperware. Thank you
Okay.
guys. All right. Yeah, peppermint. Glad to be here with you. Yay. All right. I would say blow off your homework, but I don't want to get you in trouble.
No,
Don't
you
blow
need
off
to do your homework.
Do it
Not
and
to,
watch us.
Not
Multitask.
to mom you, but you need to do your homework.
Multitask. It's a thing. See, you do one thing while another thing's happening. Or ADD.
Unless you're
case.
like me, I don't multitask well, which is actually not usually. Like usually women are pretty good multitaskers, and I'm horrible at it. I'm horrible.
Yep.
Like I'll get a bunch of nothing done, but a whole lot of projects started.
Peppermint Butler says, "Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes."
Okay.
That's funny. That's awesome. Well, we went to Houston Woods. We went to the falls, 2 sets of falls down a little creek bed that Heather's family has visited for years.
Yeah.
I moaned and groaned the entire trip there because I'm not a hiker. I don't like to hike.
Well, he has a bad knee, so it's hard on him.
But once we got there, I thought it was very beautiful. I just wanted you to know that. Chives come back every year, easy to take care of.
And
That's
I'm
a
going
good
to be
idea.
getting some for my mom. She has a bunch of them that came back. We planted some last year, and they came back with a vengeance, man. She's got big old patches of chives, so she's going to share some of those with me, and I'll plant them up with my herbs over here along the side.
Absolutely. So this past week, work has been busy, ministry has been busy, life has been busy, but we were able to put some things into motion and cut down 2 kind of menacing trees that were hanging over our home. These trees, in one of the thicker branches, like that round, that was hanging over our son's bedroom.
Yeah.
It was rotten all the way through with ants.
It had about 2 inches all the way around that was good, and I watched the guys who cut it down take their fingers and just poke through. I mean, there was this much of it in the center was all bad, and it was hanging over their room. So.
Yeah, we had to get rid of them. We had a couple people go, "Oh, that's too bad. You're cutting down a tree." No, silver maples that are rotting over your house and spruces that are tying up your electrical line that you're responsible for. If they take the line out, then it's okay to cut those down. I mean, there's trees that we can plant in honor of the trees that we
The
took
spruce
down.
tree, it dropped needles everywhere, so you couldn't walk around in the yard barefoot because you would get a needle in your foot. It's one of the reasons that I don't have a real Christmas tree is I hate getting needles in my feet.
It's not fun.
So.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
So we got rid of those trees, and we've got a third that we're going to do. Just not yet. And you guys saw it earlier in our live stream. So
Alicia said she's glad we got rid of it. Yeah, me too. And we were actually concerned that it was the branch that was hanging over our neighbor's driveway was the one that was bad, or because it kept dropping branches. But silver maples do that anyway.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And so it was the one over, like I said, over. The guy said, he goes, if we'd had a really bad storm, he goes, you would have had a renovation project on your hands. So, and he goes, and we
Luckily,
don't do
I have home
that.
insurance.
We do yard maintenance and taking down trees. But it was actually kind of cool watching him do the spruce tree, because like a evergreen, it grows straight up and then it has all these little branches that come off of it. Well, he cut him down to about halfway, and then his cherry picker wouldn't go up any further.
Yeah.
And so and this always amazes me with guys who do trees. He climbed that tree.
He shimmied up it.
2 chainsaws hanging off of him with bungee cords.
Yep.
And he's up there with 2 chainsaws going zip, 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 zip. And he just kept climbing higher and higher until he got to where it was small enough that he could take the top out. And I mean, this guy I'm like, that's kind of cool.
That's scary.
But it was.
I wouldn't go up there. No,
well,
sorry,
and then I had to laugh too because the one in the front yard.
Yeah.
They got all the branches off of it, and I looked out the front.
Don't tell them this. Don't say it.
Okay.
It looked like it was giving her the middle finger.
It did. It looked like the tree was like, "How dare you cut me down?"
It looked like a knuckle.
Yeah.
Like that.
I was like,
only with an appendage somewhere there.
It was awful. I'm like, ah! Because I didn't really notice it until Max walked by and he goes, Mama?
Is the tree doing a dirty gesture towards us?
Is the tree angry at us for cutting it down?
That was really funny. Keep it PG, guys. Peppermint Butler, I'm sorry. But it's true. It looked that way.
Yeah, it was.
It was just we don't make a big fuss out of that stuff. Sorry. I feel guilty now. I shouldn't have said tree.
Oh, geez.
Anyway, well, we had that done, and that took up a lot of time. And now we're getting back into the swing of summer.
Yeah, we kind of skipped spring.
No, it was there. It was 60-degree weather for a little while.
For about 2 days.
And a lot of rain.
For about 2 days.
Well, no, there was a lot of rain.
There was a lot of rain. But
I mean,
there was
fish getting ready to move their couch into our basement, I'm telling you right now. But we are now headed into hotter weather. I've got my dress shorts out. No, I
can't find. I had one pair of shorts, and
yeah.
I can't find it.
It's time to raid the wardrobe.
So,
but we're looking towards the Goin Batty kitchen, and the Goin Batty kitchen has kind of been on a break a little bit because we're doing other things. We got a lot of other things. There's homeschool going on, and there's all these family events. But one thing that we're going to try to do is we're going to try to organize our playlists. We have not organized our Goin Batty playlists recently, and so we'll put a new playlist together, and you can just click the playlist and watch Goin Batty all day. You can watch the Goin Batty kitchen. Heather's an awesome cook. She goes through instructions step by step by step by step. There's great opportunity to learn how to cook traditional dishes or even Thrive Life food
Max
stuff.
asked me to make donuts.
Oh, donuts! We have a friend at work that was asking me if he knew a good donut recipe, and I said, well, yeah, my wife made donuts, and she recorded it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He goes, you have a YouTube channel? I said, yeah, we have a YouTube channel called Goin Batty. You should check it out. So he went and he watched it, and they tried to make those donuts, but I forget how it came out.
Well, he said that they didn't get to it yet.
Okay.
That they were going to do it when he had his granddaughters over.
Alice, let's see. Alice and Amy. Alice says, when does the homeschool end, or does it keep going? So it does keep going during the summer, but we're going to do it every other, like a Tuesday and Thursday deal?
No,
is that
what
what's
we're going to do
happen?
is, like, right now we're actually doubling up on days because we started later because of us moving. I didn't see any point in starting school. Like, we started at the end of September, where everyone around here started at the beginning of August. So, and we used to just do 4 days a week. Because Kevin's day off was Friday. Well, now he doesn't have one. So the kids went ahead and they're doing school 5 days. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they double up on days so that we can finish on time. And so that we're not doing school when we go to Texas. So we'll take a break, like maybe a 2-week break. And then what we'll do is with our curriculum, it is split into your year that you're in, and that has your math, your English, your vocabulary, grammar.
Okay, pause for a second with the lesson thing. Folks on the live stream are saying I could watch Heather cook all day. And then Alice says, "So could I, Amy."
Oh,
so
that's sweet of you guys.
We guys could watch you. We'll have to think of some things for you to cook so we can get back into it.
and I guess the thing is that I learned I cook like my mom cooks and my grandma cooks. Like, that's how they taught me to cook. Yep. So when I'm explaining things to you, that's the same way that they explained it to me.
All right, now we're gonna
finish with for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they're gonna do their year stuff, which is math, English, reading, and grammar. And then on Thursdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're gonna do their history, science, art, things like that. So it's not, I mean, my kids, because they're the only kid in their class, and they don't have to have all these breaks and this and that. My kids can get done with their school in 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And when they double up on days, it's maybe 4. So, which is kind of cool because then we can go for a walk. They can ride their bikes. They can go to the store with me if they want. Stuff like that. So.
Yep.
All right. So that's kind of a long answer to school. So.
All right. So Goin Batty Kitchen. Back to that. We're getting organized, but Heather has a science experiment going on in our kitchen.
Yes, you can send me a Canadian recipe. I would love to make it. If I have anybody who is in another part of the world that wants to send me, no, Amy sent me your cookie recipe.
Oh, okay.
I have to go to Jungle Jim's to find golden syrup because I've not found it in like the international food aisles in our grocery stores yet. So. Because I want to make them real. She said I could probably use honey or maybe maple syrup, but that'll be my last resort.
Okay, so why don't you take them through the science experiment?
Okay, so I got a science experiment that Kevin's not letting me sit anywhere near him.
Oh, it's awful. It's important, and we should have it.
Yes.
And I'm not telling her not to do it. I'd never do that to my beautiful bride. But.
All right. So, we are going. I have here, and you can see it. It's got a towel on it. This is my sourdough starter. Now, I know Alderman Farms has done sourdough. She's done videos on it. My mom gave me this recipe, so I tried it. I know that Andy's Pantry has also done sourdough. She's done something interesting because she dehydrates hers so that you can give it to somebody. You don't have to use it right away, which is kind of cool. But so you can check her out. But this, and it does smell sour. Whew. Is my sourdough starter.
Don't point it towards me.
And you can't really see down inside of it, but it is bubbling, and I have caught wild yeast in there. So, and it does have a sour smell to it. So they can't see inside there. It's
Oh yeah, they can.
So I have to feed it every day for 5 days.
I breathed. My face melted off. Yeah, put that thing away.
I am putting it away. So the sour smell is actually a good thing.
No.
Like, that means that it is doing what it's supposed to do.
It's sour bread starter.
Good, but I wouldn't
Sourdough bread starter. Sour because my bread.
I guess Patty from Alderman Farms dehydrates it too. So I guess I must have missed that one. But yeah. So I started that. This is my third day.
Good. Not in that chew jar.
So this is my third day. So I have 5 days to go on it before I can make bread out of it. So we're gonna give it a whirl in 5 days and see what happens.
I know. It's like it lingers. That's nice tooth there.
Yeah.
Okay. But
so yeah, my mom gave me a recipe and asked me to give it a try. So I have started a video on it, and I didn't think you guys needed to see me add flour and water to it every day because it's just all you do is add, the flour, the water, and then you stir it up, and then you cover it back up, and then you let it set for 24 more hours. So that's my science experiment, and yes, it does smell sour. You can have an ice cream sandwich. Is there any left for the boys?
It's not pretty, folks.
There's 3 left? Okay, well then give each one of them one.
Throw them into a room and make them fight for it. No, I'm just kidding.
There's
That's
3
not right.
boys.
Do it.
Yeah, so that was our...
There's something you just said that I felt like I needed to comment on, and I lost the train of my thought.
I caught wild yeast?
No, something about... It wasn't the chew jar either, although that made me laugh. Oh well, I guess it wasn't important.
Yeah.
Because it flew right out of my nugget.
Well, and here's the thing, like I did a little research on it, and again, like I didn't know that sourdough comes from you. Like there's yeast all over the place, and it's wild.
I'm touching it now,
and it's just kind of wherever you are, and whatever area you live in, your sourdough will taste different. Like San Francisco is known for their sourdough because of the yeast that's in the air. So my sourdough will taste different than Patty Alderman's, which will taste different than Angie from Angie's Pantry, and
there goes the table again.
So the difference, so where you are geographically will make your bread taste different. So I thought, no, it's not sweet tea, it's apple juice.
I was gonna make a game out of it. Oh well, never mind.
It's a urine specimen.
It's not urine.
PG.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
What's wrong with us? I don't know. I lost my train of thought again. Darn it. Hi, everybody. I had something I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was now.
We're gonna say that.
Oh, I know what it was. Amy, can you tell me what kind of golden syrup you use? Name brand. I need to know the name brand of the golden syrup that you use. A name brand.
Yeah.
Because I think I found it on Amazon.
Oh, did you?
So
It's like
tell
it's
me.
sugar cane. It's not like corn syrup. It's actually sugar cane syrup.
Lyle's golden syrup, original, all natural syrup for baking and cooking. Is it Golden Chateau's organic maple syrup, grade
She
A,
said
dark
it's not
color,
maple.
robust taste?
It's not maple syrup. It's cane syrup.
Oh, it's cane.
Yeah.
All right, well that'll change my search.
Alice-
Golden cane syrup.
See.
Golden syrup cane. Golden cane. How do you do that? Cane. I'm doing a search
golden cane
on
syrup.
on Amazon so I can see what it is.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. It's Lyle's golden syrup. And it's a little jar of it. It looks like. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I'll put that on a link right now on our live stream so you guys can see what we're talking about when we talk about golden cane. Amy,
She
tell us
says it
something.
sounds more posh than what she uses.
Okay,
So-
well, here, check it out. Enter. And see if that's it or not. Boom.
Yeah.
All right, check that out and see if that's it or not. If that's not it, share with us what you think it might be. This is the only sugar refiners, Abraham Lyle and Sons. This is it's a small bottle. It's not very big.
Okay, the funny thing is, look at the picture. That's the story of Samson,
Oh.
where the bees make the honey in the lion carcass.
Ew.
Yeah, I have
That's a
no
great
idea what that
picture
is.
In front of your product.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wanna
Out of
buy
the
it already.
strong came forth sweetness. And there's a lion carcass with bees flying around it. It's a biblical reference if you don't know that.
Yep.
Good deal. But yeah, that's the golden cane syrup.
Golden cane syrup.
Lyle's. And you
so
can
I'm
get
gonna
that
be-
through our Amazon link because we are affiliates.
I am going to be making the cookie recipe when I get that she sent me that they used for Australia's version of Memorial Day. It sounds like.
Alice says that she thinks that mine is just CSR brand. I'm gonna
Okay.
find it. I'm gonna
It might-
find it.
It might be less expensive.
It might be.
So,
It's not that expensive, is
yeah.
it?
No. Well, I mean, it's about the same price as what maple syrup is here.
CSR or CRS?
CSR.
CSR. Okay, here we go. We're searching.
Nope.
0. You're a loser. Sorry.
No, not you guys. are-
Alice
Not you
says
guys.
hers
This
is in
guy.
a bottle.
Alice is in a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's Lyle's. That one's in a bottle.
That's
too,
maple
so.
syrup, though.
Oh, it is.
Original. Oh no, I guess
No.
not.
Yes.
Hold up.
Is
We're
it
gonna show you another one.
Okay.
We'll show you another one. That's the beauty of technology. folks.
Alice says it makes delicious sticky buns.
Ooh.
Kevin, stop that. There's something wrong with you. Okay. All right.
Try that one. Is that what you guys usually get? If not, we'll.
Yeah, I forget what the cookies are named
Quit
that
messing around.
she sent me, but she did send me a recipe of it. So they have I forget the name of them.
Awesome.
but-
I'm gonna write
yeah.
that down so we don't forget.
Yep.
But it's on the live stream. So is that something you're gonna cook with? What do you need to make with that?
She has a cookie recipe that she sent me. Remember back the last live stream we
Uh-huh.
did, she was talking about that they have a cookie that they eat on, it's their version of Memorial Day.
Oh, okay.
And that's just, something that they have. It's kind of like, the 4th of July and apple pie here, so.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Apple pies are for the 4th of July?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Apple pie's just, I don't
Apple
know
pie's
if
an all the
we
time
necessarily have desserts for certain holidays.
Fruitcake.
Like fruitcake at Christmas, but nobody really likes fruitcake.
Candy fruit-
Amy says this, but that one you first sent the link for is fine and will work. That's a traditional brand. My grandma used to use that brand. I remember the lion on the tin. Stop, you guys are making me hungry. Sorry. But yes, okay. So that's the first link is the one that you would want.
Okay.
All right. So expect that in 4 to 6 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Something bad happened. Stop it.
It's all gone terribly wrong.
So anyway, we're gonna move on to the next thing that we want to talk about, which is the garden. Now you saw our live stream earlier. If you didn't see our live stream, we did a live stream earlier today, and we planted a bunch of stuff. Now I got to give this commentary because I know Heather has feelings about it, and I know that I have feelings about it. But gardening in the city versus gardening at Heather's mom's house, very different beasts. And it's in the same state. Yeah. Your environment really matters because in the city, while we were planting today, all kinds of cars, all kinds of people, noise. This corner is really busy nowadays. Yeah. It's really surprising how busy that corner really is.
We're in kind of a subdivision. We're not a subdivision, but like a
neighborhood.
A neighborhood.
A city neighborhood. And it is a surprise to me how busy it's gotten. But we have little critters that are more evasive and damaging than Heather's mom has, and she has 1.5 acres.
She has almost 2 acres.
So you've got here, we've got squirrels everywhere, and rabbits too. We've got rabbits too.
I hate the squirrels. And they frown on us shooting them. So Max wanted to hunt him with his bow and arrow, and I'm like, I don't think you can do that.
You can't do that in the city.
I mean,
people get weird about that.
They tear up everything. They dig up everything. I'm finding my sweet little neighbor. She'll feed him like those little ears of corn.
Yep.
I found field corn all in my flower beds because they'll bury them and then they'll forget that they put
it there.
We
have possums. Oh, do we have possums?
Oh, yeah.
And those things are ugly, man.
And they're ugly.
Urban garden is very trendy these days, but it's very hard to do. When you first get started with some of these things, we've got to learn some tricks like the peppermint oil that you guys mentioned earlier to keep well, it's not just squirrels. I mean, the rabbits are going to dig underneath some of those fences.
I'm wondering.
We're hoping they don't.
If we put it in like one of those, I guess what I'm wondering is, can we dilute it in water and put it in one of those sprayers and spray the plants with it, and then maybe they'll leave them alone.
Yeah, maybe. But wouldn't the peppermint kill the plant?
I don't think so. I mean, if it's diluted, I don't think it would.
I don't know. Let's turn to the people who know. Virginia's here.
Okay.
The peppermint will help for any rodent out there.
Yes, rabbits too. So
it is because the critters are hungrier in the city, so they're going to pounce on anything edible you put in. Those city animals are such thugs.
They are. They are like, I'm trying.
Peppermint works great, they say.
Yeah, so
it won't burn the plants, they say.
I wonder. So do I put it in like a carrier oil and then put it in a spray bottle and just spray the plant? Like if I had a little, because I'm wondering if like that's
Glory Grace Farm says, I've never seen a squirrel on my 2.5 acres in 25 years I live in Tennessee. We're bringing you a bunch down. You can have all of ours. It's funny because those actually are very prolific here in the city. They're everywhere. I mean, I walked out to my car and 5 said hi to me while they're sitting around the water cooler drinking coffee. It was ridiculous.
But and here's the thing, like again, I think because my mom's yard, like she's got some wooded area in the back, and they're not stripped of their food. And so they didn't mess with our garden. When we had the garden there, they didn't mess with it. The rabbits really didn't mess with it either.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of nice. But
okay, so LOL, no thanks, raccoons. Start the Goin Batty squirrel relocation program.
Would you like some? We'll put them in a box and mail them to Australia.
Amy D.
With no air.
We'll put them in the box and then we'll poke holes in it so they have air.
Why?
Like that whole Batman and Joker thing. Yeah. That's not. No.
That's bad. I
they are scavengers, so they clean up all the dead animals. The possums.
Yeah.
The possums actually help because they'll clean up anything dead.
Yes, but they also eat your chickens. When we had chickens, they ate our chickens.
Yeah. So yes. So gardening in the city. A much different beast than gardening at your mom's. And we've started the garden, kind of. And we've got a raised flower bed to do there this weekend.
we did something different. Like I wanted to go completely organic with stuff, but the ground here has been so like neglected and like just completely depleted of any minerals. I did, when I started my plants, I did put some Miracle Grow like in the around the roots so that they could take hold, and because there's just nothing for them to I dug down 2 inches and hit clay. So we had to, but we are doing something which was kind of cool. We blew all of our leaves into our garden, our flower beds. Yeah. And that has kept the ground underneath very soft and moist, and it is starting to break down and make dirt, like really nice black dirt. And so in some places it was getting much better, but when we first moved in here, there was that fabric on it, and the ground was hard. And
lots of grubs.
Yeah, lots of grubs in there, and it was just so hard we couldn't even dig into it. And it's starting to get better now, and with that,
we actually have too many people on the internet. It's lagging a little bit.
Composting down.
Anyway, sorry. Let me read a couple of our comments. When spraying the peppermint or the orange, if it rains or when you water, you'll have to go back and spray again.
That sounds.
So if they rinse it off, then you got to do it again.
Yeah.
So make sure we do that. They will send me to jail for illegal imports. Why don't you love me? Okay, MT, that's funny. Glory Grace Farm says, I have possums, but thankfully none have gotten my chickens. Raccoons killed some of the kittens one year.
Aww.
Oh my goodness. A couple of days ago, I found a dead possum with living babies. Ooh. And my next door neighbors have 2 plurific, why can't I say that word tonight? Fig trees, and birds eat so many figs. I'm not eating another fig unless it's in a Newton. I'm just telling you that right now. And that's, so I put them in a box and I drove them to a park. Excellent.
Yeah,
very kind of you.
That's a good thing to do. So. Yeah.
Hey, J. Joe, how are you? Prolific.
J. was a teacher. So.
Prolific.
Well, it's interesting because JoJo is a teacher, and she was asking about the curriculum that we use, and with it being online and being free and everything, and she's been going through it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Relearning stuff, she said. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
So that's gardening in the city, and we're not done. We've got lots of garden bed out there. I say we just start buying random stuff and getting it out.
Yeah, well, I think
we got to bring home more. We got to bring home more.
I'm going to get more herbs to go out here. Like I said, I'm going to put the chives out there. I'm going to try to plant some.
No, Joe was not a teacher.
Whoa.
She was an office manager.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's all right. But we learned so much from you that we thought you were our teacher.
Yeah, because you were like super smart. So.
Anywho, why is that white?
I don't
understand why that's white.
Honey.
I don't get it. Dad.
Am I sick?
You're fine.
You're okay.
Crazy.
No.
Speaking of saying words, I love how you guys pronounce interesting. Interesting? Interesting.
Interesting?
Interesting.
Interesting.
I wonder if it's a Ohio thing.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, it was Amy T asking or saying that.
Interesting.
We all teach each other. Thanks, Jada.
We've all got everyone saying interesting.
Yeah.
All right, everybody say it together. Interesting.
Interesting. There's like no.
Well, and it's funny too because how he says wash and how I say wash is different, and he calls it. There's an R in his wash, where
it's
there's not.
It's a Michigan way too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So there's an R in his wash, but there's not in mine.
There's no E. There's no E in your pen though. You just call it a pin. Like,
yeah.
We would love your Brooklyn accent, Alice. We would love it. Absolutely love it. Yes. Heather drops the first T. Interesting.
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 Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Like I'm interesting.
Interesting. I have rest inside.
Yep.
It is also an Oregon thing too, LOL.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So interesting. All right. So we're planning. Your mom does have some berry trees. She's got some other things.
Asparagus. We decided like at her house because she has more room. And she's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yep.
Like the berry bushes, she's got some raspberry canes there.
Yep.
And which is kind of cool because what I'm going to do next year is like with raspberries and blackberries and stuff, they'll send a shoot off, and then once it hits the ground, it'll actually root there, and another plant will grow out of it. So I'm going to, when it does that, I'm going to take some pots and I'm going to put dirt in it and then put the stem in it when it comes down like this, so that way I can propagate another raspberry cane. And so we've got a couple of blueberries that have survived. They're not very big, but and the raspberries and then the asparagus are there. And then we're going to build her a couple of garden beds so that she can have tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and stuff like that.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Yep.
That sounds great. I got to use the bush hog, the walk behind.
Oh yeah,
that was fun. The lawn had gotten really crazy, and so we mowed her lawn the other day, and we had a lot of fun.
So
we had to go over it once, and then we had to go over it again.
For Amy, who may not know what that is, I don't know if they have walk behind lawn. It's the big, like industrial lawn mowers that you see the guys that they'll actually the mowers in the front, and they'll kind of ride on a little. Yep. Stand thing on the back.
Yep.
But I mean, it's
a walk behind.
Yeah.
It's a walk behind mower.
Yeah.
It's a mower that you walk behind.
Yeah.
You do this, and you walk behind it. But it's big. It's really big. It's not this big.
No,
it
cuts. It has big. Like was a 3.5 foot.
12 feet straight across, folks. This thing's huge. 4 engines, 75 miles an hour.
No.
Kills grass just by looking at it. It's amazing.
Amy says that she can start growing sugarcane and make golden syrup. Alice says, I drink coffee.
Coffee
in the morning.
Oh, I love coffee.
I love coffee.
Kevin, I say Warsh, and I'm from northern Kentucky.
Do tame blackberries. Now, my grandmother is from Tennessee, and she says Warsh too.
Let's talk about the blackberries, because I have an opinion on this.
Okay.
All right. I believe that the best raspberries, wineberries, and blackberries that I've ever had were picked by this woman growing out in the wild.
Yeah.
They were amazing. We had a raspberry patch in our land at
they were all wild.
In Maryland. They were all wild, and it was awesome.
Now, these are canes that had not been touched in years. I mean, that house that we bought sat empty. What did our neighbors say? For 10 years?
20, 30 centuries.
And
forever.
You know,
it was
a long time. And so when I went back there, I'm not kidding. I picked blackberries that were like the size of the tip of my thumb.
They're beautiful.
They were huge.
Oh my
goodness. Now I will say that with blackberries, the wild ones are a little tartar than the ones the domesticated ones.
Are the bomb.
Yeah, wineberries are something that it's actually an invasive species that they brought over from Asia, and they were trying to breed them with raspberry plants to make them hardier, but it didn't work, and so they're all over the place in is it Northern Maryland? No, that's not where we were.
Northern Maryland.
Yeah, Pennsylvania border.
We were just below the Mason-Dixon line, just below the state line of Pennsylvania.
So a wineberry is in, like I said, it's kind of in the raspberry family, but I didn't know what it was because when my kids were picking them, they look like red raspberries. Like they pull off like a raspberry does, where like that little core is kind of left behind and then it's hollow on the inside.
It looks like a raspberry, only
but they were slightly sticky.
Yeah.
And they grew on a cane that had a bunch of these little like tiny feathery thorns on them. Now they are supposed to be very high in antioxidants and very good for people that have high blood pressure. They do not make good jam.
No.
The jam actually will get gritty. And
but they're
fresh.
Awesome
They're amazing.
Yep.
So if you're in that area and you find they're a very jewel toned red, like a very bright, almost the berries almost. It almost reminds me of like the color of a red gummy bear. But
we are growing
really
a gooseberry bush. This is its second season, so we're hoping for fruit this year. Have no idea how they taste. I've never even heard of a gooseberry.
It's like a white, it's a white berry, and I think it looks kind of like a blackberry. Like when you pick a blackberry, the core comes off with it. When you pick a raspberry, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've never had a gooseberry. So I know that, you know, I've heard of a gooseberry pie before. So,
I've never had any of it. That's the next level. I'd love to see that. Are
they like salmon berries?
Salmon berries. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had a salmon berry before.
Got it at Tractor Supply.
Yep, I've seen them at Tractor Supply. Yeah,
we ought to grow one. Let's just grow one for fun.
For fun.
Let's just get out there and get us some gooseberries. For giggles and kicks. Anyway, gosh, what else do we have to say about gardening in the city?
I would think that
it's a little harder.
Raised beds are more the way to go. I'm using my fence line to help me with, like, I planted my pole beans along the fence lines.
And we showed that to you on the video.
And then I planted the bush beans in front of them.
Yeah, because they grow up like a bush.
Yeah, and so the next beds that I do, I'm going to have my cucumbers in the back. I'll plant, you know, I might plant some more pole beans if I need to.
Have you ever heard of the fruit carambola?
I have not.
Carambola. I don't know.
Is it a berry?
Carambola.
Is it a tree? Is it? I've
bigger than a
heard
bread
of
box. So let's go to the next thing. We're gonna give you a chicken update.
You don't have
What?
chicken.
I'm giving you my chicken update. I have a chicken update.
You do?
What?
I got to see one of them. We don't have chickens anymore. We live in the city, and the city won't allow them. So we went and visited one of my favorite chickens. What's his name again?
Rudy.
I don't even know his name.
Rudy the rooster.
Rudy the rooster over at Rural King. They have a pet rooster at Rural King.
Oh, starfruit. Yes.
Starfruit?
We yeah.
That was random. What are we talking about?
No. The fruit that he was talking about, he said when you cut it, it looks like a star.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's just labeled as starfruit here in the grocery stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We
So
had that.
we went and we saw Rudy, and this is the biggest rooster. He's like the Marlon Brando of roosters. He's there. He got an offer you can't refuse.
He's got feathers on his feet.
He's got so much popcorn in his cake. The kids throwing popcorn in there. He looked at me and was like, "Man, can you feed me anything but popcorn? I'm so sick of it." But there were many, many little birds of varying kinds at Rural King. It wasn't just chickens. They had pheasants.
Pheasants?
I was thinking about that.
I was going to say,
know I was thinking about
did they
that.
say that we can't have pheasants?
There's no rule about pheasants now. This could be fun. And we could make a nice hollandaise sauce out of them. No, I'm just kidding. But what if we had pheasants?
I don't know.
They're smaller, right?
No, pheasants aren't smaller. I mean, they're probably smaller than a
What
chicken.
are the small ones that...
Those are, they're not pheasants. Oh, shoot, what are they? Quail.
Quail. That's what I was
thinking. They didn't have quail. Pheasants are
bigger?
Like quail are little tiny. Like quail will fit in your hand like this. Pheasants are more like the size of a chicken. They're a gaming bird. They have the real, like the males will have the real, like kind of longer tails.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, they had Jersey Giants. That was really cool.
They had naked neck chickens.
They had a turkin.
Yeah.
A turkin. So it's a chicken without any hair on its neck. Feathers on it.
Which I'm sitting there going, wouldn't that poor chicken get sunburned? Like not having any feathers on its neck?
Well, those things are kind of weird. Quail eggs are supposed to be good. Never tried them. Thank you, Mindy. How are you, Mindy? Pheasants weigh around 11 pounds. I love some Jersey. I would love some Jersey Giants. That would be very cool. Those things are huge. Those birds are big.
I read that they started breeding those to kind of take the place of turkeys. Like they thought that they might take the place of the turkeys, and it never
that
took
would make
off,
sense.
So, but yeah.
Yeah. So we saw a golden wyandotte. I love golden wyandottes. I think they're very cute, and I love Americanas.
I gotta show you in these cute little bags, which is really awesome. But this stuff, oh, it smells so good. It smells like cherry sweet tarts. No, not cough drops. Like cherry sweet tarts. If you've ever had like a dip cone, like go to Dairy Queen and they dip your cone and stuff. In the cherry stuff, it smells like that. Oh, it's cherry Kool-Aid maybe. Oh my God, it smells so good.
Something.
So you guys, if you are in need of soap, her soap. I got a pineapple one that smells like fresh pineapple. I got one that has oatmeal in it because I've got some with dry skin. So I'm all excited.
Talking to me?
No, not you.
Oh.
But this, oh my gosh, this stuff smells so good.
We got a pineapple one that smells really good too.
Yeah, it smells like when you just first cut a pineapple up. So
Yeah.
Awesome soap. So and then what did you get, Kate?
I got these little vanilla wax melts from her that she wanted me to test out, and they smell absolutely awesome.
Her room smells like vanilla cupcakes.
I love it when my room smells like cupcakes 24/7, because that means I will eventually smell like cupcakes 24/7.
It almost smells a little. It
almost smells like white chocolate.
A little bit like white chocolate too, but oh my gosh! Like her door, she opened up her door, and I'm like,
it's like the smell just wafts out.
And I have had her pumpkin spice ones, and those are really good too. But she has those at Thanksgiving time, so.
And it is not Thanksgiving.
It is not.
It's like more watermelon
season. I mean, Mindy, you are doing a great job, and we both when Katie saw that, she was like, "Oh, yes!"
Yeah, I got really excited.
Yeah, so you were doing a good job with your stuff. So
yes,
I opened the bag that it came in, the mail bag, and the boys are like, "What's that smell, Mom?" It smells so good. It smells like cherries and vanilla. So,
hard for me to have scents that smell like food because I don't want anyone to bite me.
I had a lady one time that I worked with that we had candles that smelled like birthday cake, and she was like, every time we would burn this candle, she was like, "I want to go eat cake."
Wait, was that me?
No, this was a lady I worked with years ago, before you were born.
Okay, so then it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you. So, let's see. Yeah, those smell
really
good. All right, can you take that stuff and go put it back in the and put that? Yeah, here's my shirt. So yeah.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
Hello. I had to get the boys to get the food put away. So, what else is going on?
We were just talking about the soap and stuff, and
Okay.
Yeah, it was amazing. So, like I said, if you guys are wanting like homemade soap, and you want to support a really great, sweet person,
What's the website again?
Hoffman Family Homestead, and she does a great job. She just does a really great job. So, I mean, there you go. I have to put the cake candle in the guest room.
Okay, is that it?
Yep, that's their.
We're putting a link to their site on the chat right now, so you can enjoy all of that wonderfulness. Boop.
Yep. So.
Boom, like it. Okay, so that's kind of all I had planned to talk about.
Okay.
But I would like to ask a favor, and you can by all means say no to this. Would you be willing to share our channel? Just wherever you might feel like sharing it, whether it's Facebook. If you don't Facebook, that's okay. Don't stress out. It's okay. Would you share it with someone that you know at one of the things that you go to, a Bible study or a group of some kind? Would you just share our channel with people? We love the community, and we don't want scary community. We don't want that community. No. We don't want scary people, and you know who you are. I'm just saying, you know who you are. But we want community, and we would love for people to know about our channel. And hey, when you get bored, watch one of our playlists, because we've got many playlists out there. We just would love it if you guys would just give us a little boost. Watch us a little bit extra this week. Maybe watch some of our old ones way back. Watch some of Heather's cooking videos, some of our live streams. Yeah. You know, if you do, sometimes rewinding is fun.
Yeah.
Like people binge, right? People binge on Parks and Rec. Reaction. People binge on cooking shows all the time, like Rachel Ray and Paula Dean. And what if you just binged a little on Goin Batty this week? It would really encourage us. It helps our family out just by you watching. That's all. And that would be very, very cool if you guys could do that. So,
well, and I think too, we're gonna be trying to get up videos on the tree coming down, and then Katie took the video of the camping trip that they were on, and the problem that we've had is she has an Android and I have an iPhone, and when she sent all the video to me to edit, it is all over the place. Like I can't find the videos. Yeah. So once I get that one edited, which will be kind of cool because that might be a 2-part one, because she did a whole thing where they made campfire pizzas in one of those sandwich pie makers.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
And she did it.
Those were next level right there.
Yeah, she did it with the we had the biscuit baking mix that the recipe from Living on a Dime. And then we had the Thrive.
Check them out. They're awesome.
Yeah, the Thrive tomato sauce.
Yeah. That
she used, and that's the one that already has the spices mixed into it. And then we had, was it pepperoni and cheese is what you guys used in it?
And it was funny because it was the most simplest ingredients on earth, but it was like better than like any pizza you could ever have.
Yeah, and so that's always fun, like when you're able to do...
It really was.
So we wanted to show you guys that kind of campfire cooking video and do some of those, but with her doing it on an Android and then trying to send it to an iPhone, it's kind of gotten... messed up, so I'm going to need Kevin's help on that.
Some technical difficulties. We still do sometimes Cookie Fridays. Like I think they did a Girl Scout cookie.
I did
Thin Mint cookie.
Yeah. I did that. Was it not last week, but the week before when Jack had his Court of Honor for Boy Scouts because he did a rank advancement and he also got some merit badges. So and I tell you what. Of all of the desserts that were there, my cookies were all gone. There were none left. And I did like a triple batch.
The tag-alongs were awesome too.
The tag-alongs were really good.
Those were good.
Yeah.
Yes,
please, more cookies.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing our channel. Thank you for watching our channel. We do have more videos coming up, and we're going to be continuing to share our summer with you because we've got a whole trip to Texas planned, and we have a secret stop to one of those places where...
We have 2 secret stops.
Well, I was going to say that, but I was going to kind of build to it. One of the secret stops is on the way there, and one of the secret stops is on the way back. And so if I told you, it wouldn't be secret.
A little easier.
Yeah.
Because like I think I did a live stream where we made smothered chicken, and I did the whole chicken breast. Well, I'm finding with my family... it's a lot easier for me to actually cut it up, saute the chicken, and then cover it with the vegetables and the cheese. And so I might do a video on that. But like I had once before done a Thin Mint recipe where I took Oreos and I scraped the cream out of the middle of them. Yeah. Well, those cookies were only this big. My Thin Mints were this big.
Yes.
They were good. And they did not last long with the Boy Scouts.
No, they did not.
No, they did not.
I had like 6.
Alice Hagen said, speaking of Thrive Life, my cans of fruit are almost gone. Well, all you got to do is go to goinbatty.thrivelife.com and replenish. So there's a lot more of information about Thrive Life on our Thrive Life, our Goin Batty Thrive Life Facebook page, which we have going on.
And I think the next camping trip that we do, because you're talking about doing one on Memorial Day.
We're talking about some,
and I think we're going to try to do another, because what I'm finding is with camping, that the Thrive food actually works really well because I don't have to worry about things like getting, like when you put stuff in a cooler and it gets all wet and gross and your egg carton falls apart and
that's right.
You know, your butter gets sitting in the water with the sausage and so so I can take the stuff in the cans and like either put it in a Ziploc bag or just take the can itself because that doesn't take that much room.
It's easier to pack that in a bag than
so
it is.
I'm thinking we might do like maybe campfire fajitas or something like that.
Well, I tell you, if we can't get the video going of what Katie made, we might have to re-record it and do it again. But she nailed it.
Good.
She nailed it. I mean,
it was good.
The funny part about those pizzas is when you cook them in a pie iron over an open flame, all the edges are the crusty part. Yeah. And in the middle you think is going to be doughy. It's the mozzarella cheese. And it's so good. It's not the dough at all. So it was very delectable. Yeah. And I liked it a lot.
I wanted to show them the...
Living on a Dime. Say hey to Tara and Mike. Check out Big Family Homestead.
So that is, let me find the page here.
You better not show it on screen because they make a living off of that.
Well, I know
It's
that, but I'm
copywritten.
just telling you, like they have a baking mix that is
Colette, what
really,
state or
really
country
good.
are you in?
So if you go to their website, you can get this. This book is not expensive at all, and like I don't buy Bisquick anymore because I make it now.
No need to.
There's no need to, and I'll do it. You know.
Thrive Life delivers to Michigan. Just thought you should know.
Okay.
And you can get
But-
Thrive Life in Michigan.
So
No problem.
we use that. We put
Check
that
out
in
goinbatty.thrivelife.com.
Ow, I hate when that happens.
Are you
Your hair
okay?
gets caught in the hinge of your
hair gets
glasses.
caught.
Yes, I hate that.
But anyway, I made up a bunch of the baking mix, and then on the outside of the container, I wrote for pancakes, biscuits, and I believe waffles or muffins is the other one. And so all the kids have to do is put the ingredients that's written on the outside of the container. I got one of those big cereal containers, and that's what I keep it in because we go through a lot of baking mix in our house.
You could do like meals in a jar, but for camping, put them in zip-up baggies and the Thrive stuff, and then just pack extra water for cooking. And that is important.
Yeah. And I thought of that, but they were only gone for one night, and that was the one. We wanted to start simple with it.
Hey, Colette, if you want to email me at info.goinbatty@gmail.com, if you want to email me your address, I will send you a free can of blueberries, a pantry can. So you can try it, and you don't have to pay a dime. I'll send it to you. You just email me your address. It's on me.
See you later, Peppermint Butler.
All right, cool. I just thought maybe you'd take me up on that offer. Email me. I'll get you that pantry can. It'll be delivered straight to your door. It's on me. All right? All right.
You're welcome.
Cool. We love to bless people.
Yes.
Rarely do we have the opportunity to bless others. This is our chance to bless Colette.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. You guys, there's a lot of fun cooking at the campground. The camping thing was funny because we got, we made a big deal out of it, and the kids got excited, and
especially the boys. The boys loved the whole putting the tent up and all that. And it was kind of nice because I'm like, this girl don't sleep on the ground anymore.
No, I'm 47 years old. I got nothing to prove.
And so I had a friend who invited me to a women's thing at her church, and I'm like, yes, I don't have to sleep on the ground. And so I got to come home and sleep in my bed.
Yep.
And then I went back to them in the morning. But yeah, it was just okay. So we borrowed a tent for my mom, and the tent poles, was pretty old, I think. And so the flexible poles that went through it, were putting the tent up, and then all of a sudden one of them just splinters and flies everywhere.
But it wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all kind of splintered.
Yeah.
And then there's dry rot on the tent itself. And then there's the little stake thing the hole that you put the stake through.
It ripped off.
It ripped off.
So we had one part of it that was like kind of flapping, and and then poor Miles was like, we're like, we can't do this, guys. You can't sleep in this tent.
Right.
Because it was a little windy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's going to blow in on top of you and you're going to suffocate.
And everybody got very depressed.
And Miles was like sitting over at the picnic table going, please don't let us go home. Please don't let us go home. Please don't let us go home. And so,
it was looking cloudy, too. It was looking like the rain was coming. And he come up, he hugged me kind of half-heartedly. And I said, don't you think I have a few tricks up my sleeve still? And we went over to Walmart. We bought 2 pup tents.
Two-man tents.
2-man tents. And they're not pup tents. Pup tents are one person, but 2-man tents. And the kids split them. I slept in the back of the van, and you had to go off to a women's thing.
Amy T says, I still maintain that camping is spending a fortune to live like the homeless.
But it wasn't that expensive for us.
Yeah, we did it.
It really wasn't.
I mean,
inexpensively.
The campsite wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
I find that the state parks are a lot less expensive than.
Yeah, I don't like laying in the dirt either.
Yeah.
I enjoy camping at the Holiday Inn. J. Joe, you're hilarious.
But
that's funny.
So it wasn't in. We're finding.
Hi, Baker's mom. Have we said hi to Baker's mom yet?
Is she been?
She's
here
on
the
there.
whole time?
Yeah. Hi, Baker's mom. We're Patty Groves How are you?
But
man, how many people have we not said hi to? Heather? We're terrible hosts.
We're terrible hosts.
Oh my goodness.
But
just kidding.
Yeah, so they went and got 2-man tents, and we're finding that there are a lot of state parks in Ohio, at least, that their campgrounds are really nice. Caesars Creek is nice. Houston Woods is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
One of the best ones is Maumee Bay.
Ooh.
Okay, Grand Lake, St. Mary's. No, that one's awful, and you can't even go into the lake because they've. It has so much runoff from the fertilizers in the farm fields
but
that
it's been poorly managed.
Yeah, it's awful. So don't grow there. But Houston Woods outside of Oxford, Caesars Creek outside of Waynesville, and Maumee Bay close to Sandusky. It's nice.
Yes, J-Joe's. No, not near Sandusky. It's beside Maumee Bay's right beside Toledo.
Toledo?
Yeah, it goes Toledo. Watch this. Toledo, Maumee Bay, Sandusky, and then Cedar Point's over here somewhere.
Yeah, because I knew it was close to Cedar Point.
And then Cleveland's
so it's kind of
in
between Toledo and Sandusky.
So what
I don't know what.
I lost. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I spent 17 years in Girl Scouting. From brownie to leader, I'm so over tent camping.
Okay, can I tell you something?
Here we
go. I was in Girl Scouts.
Here we go.
I was in brownies.
Can open.
I never went camping.
Worms everywhere.
I never did anything really fun. We did a lot of glitter
Hi, Adeline.
and stuff like that. And so I never, and I guess every troop is different, but I never enjoyed the Girl Scouts because we never did anything super duper fun like camping. Like I was always a little jealous that my brother got to make the Pinewood Derby cars and everything.
Yeah, but you also constructed machines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame, Heather.
Yeah.
I need to buy a map. I'm getting so lost. Well, that can happen even on our show.
Yeah.
We can lose you quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great camping trip. I think we could have gone much longer. I think we could have gone another day, 2 days.
I can't sleep on the ground outside.
Well, the air mattresses in our garage we could
Colette
take
said
next
that
time.
she liked 4-H much better.
Oh yeah. Well, I've heard that, and Katie has a friend that's in 4-H, I think that there's positives in that for sure.
Yeah.
Giggle, thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
How's your sewing coming along? Make any great cute skirts or dresses? That's a question for you. So that was a short answer. Okay.
Sorry.
Moving on.
Well, it doesn't help that I broke her sewing machine needle. She's got to replace it. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm like, you broke my sewing machine.
Katie's like, how dare you?
But
Amy T is asking, what is 4-H?
4-H is for.
I don't know what the 4-H's stand for.
It was like head, heart,
hands, and
and
I don't know, hind-end. I don't remember what the
basically what they focus on is agricultural.
Yeah, it's a lot of like you see them a lot
farming.
At like county fairs. Like they'll be raising horses and cows and chickens and
like,
stuff like that.
Shout out for American Heritage Girl Troop 1412. Our troop has a church lock-in and camping this summer. Hoot, hoot.
Okay, so that is a
retired and prepping. Hi from
Christian
Tennessee.
version of Girl Scouts.
It's farming stuff.
So yeah, it's farming stuff. So 4-H is mostly agricultural farming stuff. A lot of daggone it.
They also have a homemaking. They also have a homemaking to like for arts and crafts.
Yeah. They do sewing and stuff like that too.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah, like things people eat. Mm-hmm. They do a lot of
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm like, Braden doesn't own chickens or like,
Farmall fanatic. Farmall fanatic. Yep. Hey, Farmall, how you doing? Thanks for watching. I think camping for us is fun, but a camper would be good too because I don't like sleeping on the ground.
Yeah.
And sleeping in the back of our van isn't bad, but
it makes me feel homeless.
well, it doesn't. It doesn't bother me when it's on a camping trip.
Okay,
it's just
heart, head, hands, and health.
There you go.
Not
Excellent.
hind end.
No, not hind end. No, that's not it. But I have to wiggle around in that thing. It's very uncomfortable. I feel like a twisted pretzel by the time I'm done.
We have done it where we when Kevin had an F-250 we rented a travel trailer because there was a place around here where, well, not close, but in Indiana where you could rent them. And since then, that place doesn't do it anymore.
Amy T says she was a brownie guide in Australia.
Oh.
There you go.
Nice.
Australia.
Yep, Amy T's from Australia.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're very glad. We like Amy T. We're glad
Yes.
she tunes in with us and sees us.
Yeah.
It's morning time.
Yeah, over
Right,
in
over.
Happy
Australia.
birthday. Good morning.
Happy
And we're at the end of our
birthday.
day, so.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah.
The end of our time is here.
It is.
It's time to say goodnight. It's time to say thank you for tuning in. We're
And we'll show
so
you
grateful.
updates on all of the stuff that we planted when it starts
Yep.
to, kind of take root. See how the lettuce and the hay bales worked. What happened?
Amy T, our junior brownies were called gum nuts. That's a cultural thing, isn't it? Because it makes me giggle.
They're just brownies here.
Yeah,
I don't.
gum nuts.
Oh, okay.
It's 9 a.m. in the morning. It's the end
Why are you up
already.
that early?
Gum nuts, giggle bad. That's so funny. We're probably laughing at something that's very serious in her culture, so we need to behave
It just
ourselves.
sounds funny.
Night, everyone. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in from Oregon. We're so glad you guys are with us. Thanks for tuning in from all over the country. Thank you for watching the Goin Batty Thursday night freestyle. What was that?
Thursday night thinking time.
There's no thank you.
But
involved.
we have a big weekend ahead of us. It's Mother's Day. Make sure that you show appreciation to the women in your life that have made it easier for you to live and have blessed you. And if yours has gone to be with the Lord, make sure that you hug a mom nearby you, because that will be much appreciated. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all that you do in your life. And we end these things with prayer. If that's not your thing, just listen. Maybe it won't hurt you any.
Or not.
Or not.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. It's not a forced
Are
thing.
you going to do a
Yeah.
song tonight?
Do you want me to do a song tonight?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure you can talk the Bob song.
I don't know about that.
There's no topping the Bob song. You can't top the Bob
I don't
song.
have anything planned tonight, except I got to find out why my ear's white. I don't
It's
like
the
that.
lighting, honey.
Right
It's
there.
the way that the light is
See the
hitting
white
you.
light right there?
Oh, thank you, Amy.
You
Oh,
aren't
man.
wearing earrings, are you?
No.
Nope, I'm not
Okay.
wearing any earrings. So let me pray for us and we'll get out of here. Father God, thank you so much for this awesome community of people. Bless them as they go into this weekend, and thank you for all that you do in our lives. It's in your son's precious name. Bless these awesome plants and help them grow and be protected from all the critters. In your son's precious name, amen.
Amen. Especially Walter, your
So-
cat that wants to eat my plant.
I think that's one of Katie's favorite
That's one of my
things, is
favorite
what I
songs
think.
now.
Well, thank
Okay.
you for joining us. Have a great night.
More updates as we go.
I can't say it.
He's having
I'm
a hard
focused
time.
on this.
Yeah,
Why
no.
is that white?
It's the lighting, honey.
It's not. I've got an
it's
infection.
Not white and it's not white in
I got
person,
issues.
so,
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
And bless Walter the cat. If he keeps eating my plants, we're gonna have Walter the cat soup. So.
And lip balm. Walter lip balm.
Ugh.
But all right.
Maybe
So
some-
yeah, check us out on Facebook and
Walter
Instagram and stuff like that too. So
All of our social media
yep.
and all that good stuff. Guys, it's been a blessing. We're going to stop now.
All right.
More updates as we go.
Bye.
Bye.